It's the beautiful art because with jiu-jitsu, it's the one martial art where the big guy can get dominated by the little guy.
Sure.
Because the reality is, any other world where like a guy size of, say, like Michael Chandler has zero chance against a guy the size of Francis Ngannou. Zero. Like zero. Like if they're sparring, like if they're just gonna throw hands, he has zero chance.
Yeah.
I'm putting all my chips on the big guy,
Yeah.
all of them. But in jiu-jitsu, if you get a guy like Charles Oliveira, who's that good at jiu-jitsu, he could strangle a heavyweight.
Imagine me and your jiu-jitsu. Yeah. Oh, nice.
Yeah, sure.
And I've seen it. I've seen it happen. Oh yeah, I've seen it. Guy who doesn't know jiu-jitsu and he's rolling, just doing jiu-jitsu with a guy like him, and he gets your back. Oliveira's jiu-jitsu is some of the best I've ever seen in MMA. It's like
Seamless.
world championship caliber jiu-jitsu, but he's doing it in an MMA match. He's the one guy where it doesn't matter what happens in the fight. If you go to the ground with him, you're in deep shit.
Yeah.
Like that Dustin Poirier fight.
They're all scared to do it.
Yes.
Like Gaethje had him hurt.
Yes.
He's like, no.
When you see what happened when he dropped Gaethje and then he got on top of him, he just strangles you. He just goes straight to it.
I think he's had a resurgence too, because I remember when he was like kind of got on this roll, they were like, oh dude, no, I don't think so, because he's a quitter and he's weak. I'm like, all right dude, bet.
Isn't that interesting? How like, I wonder what it is that changes in a fighter. Is it a mindset thing? Is it like, I don't know what it is, but something happens where some guys just, they don't quit anymore. They just get to this level and something changes.
So my wife grew up with Oliveira in Guadalajara, Brazil.
Oh.
And so she knows him really well, and he just kind of eliminated all the negative people out of his life.
Really?
So I guess probably started taking training more seriously, put more time and effort in the gym and not so much into other people.
I talked to
now he's like
Andy
knocking
Cormier,
people out.
Yeah, knocking people out, strangling people. It was the most submissions ever in the history of the sport. He's the one guy that I really wish Khabib would have fought. Like now. Like if Khabib was gonna come back. And I wonder, I'm very interested in Khabib versus Islam Makhachev. Because that's, to me, that's the big fight in lightweight.
Khabib or Charles?
Did I say Khabib? I meant Charles. I meant Oliveira. Oliveira versus Islam Makhachev. But if Islam Makhachev loses to Charles Oliveira, then if Khabib had like one more in him.
You know that there's a price tag they could throw at him?
That's what I'm saying. Like
he's like, break the bank.
Bro, he's as heavy as you right now, though.
That's fine. Hey, baby, money's a motivator.
I know, it's a motivator.
Throw a couple of M's at him. Like, shit, I get down. We can do it at 70. It doesn't even matter.
I don't know if he's motivated by money.
You don't think so?
I don't know. He's an interesting guy. To be as dominant as Khabib was for as long as he is, and, super religious. Guy drives a Toyota truck,
Everything got a price tag.
I know,
everything's got a price tag.
But I wonder what that price tag is. Like, what is it? Is it 50? Like, what is it? Is it, what's the sound, like, what's the number that has to come out before it's like the record skips?
I don't know. Yeah, exactly.
What did you say? Say that again.
All right, cool. How long did you say? When?
$60 million.
Yeah, dude. Anybody on planet Earth.
Yeah. I wonder.
When you lose a dominant champ like Khabib Nurmagomedov, sure, he didn't have all the title defenses. But when a guy leaves the weight and he leaves the belt behind, and then a guy comes behind it like Charles Oliveira, and he starts to win and dominate the class like he has, you start to question, man, it'll be nice to see him fight Khabib, right?
Yeah.
Boy, it'll be nice.
Yeah.
Many people have said that. It'd be nice to know. It'd be nice to know. What better way to try to draw him back in than by having Oliveira beat his friend, training partner, and longtime, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, once again, I'm a bit messy. You know what I'm saying? But, like, it's another way to try to draw him in, because obviously the money, Dana's throwing so much money at Khabib to try to get him back. That hasn't been enough. But what if defending his friend's honor is enough if Islam doesn't get the job done?
Who is the greatest lightweight fighter that the UFC has ever seen? And in my opinion, it comes down to two people. Yes, BJ Penn certainly deserves to be in the running. He deserves to be in the conversation. But if you ask me for my money, it comes down to two people. And you know who I'm talking about. It is Khabib, the Eagle Nurmagomedov, or Charles Oliveira. Now, the only way to really settle this would be if they were to fight one another. And you know what, to be honest, they're only 13 months apart. They're not that much away from each other in terms of age. So that could be something that we would see if Khabib was to come out of retirement, which of course he's not. And I'm not calling for that. I'm not saying Khabib needs to come out of retirement to prove that he's the greatest.
Nobody ever touched my face. And all the time he go down, people cannot talk about, like, compare me and versus Charles Oliveira. He tapped in UFC 8 times. Please, come on. You know, when he tapped Jim Miller, Anthony Pettis, like Holloway, Felder, like, it was Charles Oliveira, it was not Khabib. You know, if you wanna deserve, like, name like greatest lightweight, you have to beat like Islam, Benil, couple more guys, and then we can talk. You know, you have to be professional, make weight when you have championship belt. You know,
this is what Islam gonna do with Charles Oliveira. He gonna ride him. If you tap 8 times in UFC, how you can say you have ground game?
Só que olha só, Khabib, você já deu 3 premonições, né? Sobre mim, as 3 encerrou. Olha só, eu não vou falar que eu vou finalizar ou que eu vou nocautear, eu vou vencer ele. Escuta só, eu vou vencer Islam Makhachev. Aí quem sabe você volta da aposentadoria também vem. Eu vou bater no Islam Makhachev e vou desafiar o Khabib para ele voltar da aposentadoria.
Perfeito. Última...
Essa luta que todo mundo vai querer ver, né? Isso não vai querer ver. Todo mundo fala que o Khabib é um dos caras que é duro pra caralho, eu respeito pra caralho, mas ultimamente vem falando pra caralho.
The most stoppage wins in the promotion, in history. The most submission victories as well. It's just such a shame that Khabib fight never happened. Like, their timelines never quite lined up. They sort of just missed each other. How do you think a fight between the two of them would go?
Man, well, like, we've sort of had a little chat about this before. You know, people don't give Khabib the credit enough for his actual just grappling ability. And as Rob was saying backstage, you were saying about the wrestling, right? Like, as you were saying, like, everyone knows about the wrestling, but the grappling is another level for Khabib too.
A lot of people think that Khabib's a wrestler, which he is, without equal. But it's his grappling, his whole complement of the game. His jiu-jitsu is ridiculous. He's controlling the game, and you can see how technical his grappling is if you actually break it down. I think a lot of the common fans don't realise how technical his grappling ability is. It is absolutely... that's why people aren't just getting up. People are saying, why can't they just get up? Because they can't. He controls them so well. And having that level of grappling and control on the ground puts a level of fear into his opponents that he can just start unloading bombs with his hands because he has absolute control of the game. And he only has to get him down once for the game to for the whole fight to change.
But in saying that, obviously, Oliveira is a dangerous guy. He could catch him on the feet. He can still get a submission, but as we're saying, he's very tight. Khabib's game is very tight, but it still would have been great to watch, to see what would happen on the feet. And on the way down, whether he could wrap something before Khabib got him in the grass, would be awesome to see.